Can't Let me see what it's talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Grab a chair, pull it up to the round table. We about to tap it in. Let me hit up the fam, see where he at with it. We're gonna talk about this shit, family. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? Hope everybody good. You know what I'm saying? For those who ain't, hope you getting that shit together, kinfolk. Process. I'm with y'all though. We're gonna make this probably like an hour show. We're gonna try to shorten up some of the times on these shows so we can do better about dealing with the attention span of the people. We know everybody got shit to do, you feel me? So we're gonna try to keep it simple. But I'm pretty sure everybody done heard about the Kanye situation by now. I really want to deal with it from a different spin. I want to talk about how the brother really only had like a certain time period to say all the things that he wanted to address. I know a lot of us may feel like a person regardless of our opinions, it's one of those things we need to re-evaluate and look at and be like, how is this going to affect us in the long run? Even even if we feel like Kanye crazy in the motherfucker, how do you think these topics being brought up to Trump as well as being put in the face of the world? You feel me? Everybody watching, regardless to what spin you want to put on it after you hear it. Like a lot of times people quickly used to tell me all the time I was crazy, you feel me? When they refused to think about some of the things that I was posing. So that being said, family, I'm, probably one of the people as well that said, hey man, I might tripping. But as I go back over that shit, I'm like, damn, you only got like a few minutes to try to say everything that you feel like needs to be addressed. And given what this man is in life, his experiences in life, we can't discredit nobody. You know what I'm saying? Upbringing, background, none of that shit without really analyzing that shit and not just, face value. Oh, that's crazy ass. Oh, that's crazy ass Kanye again. Like, really just want y'all to sit back and think about when a man say, hey, we gotta get Hoover out. Yeah, I feel like that shit is really important because in an alternate universe, he's me and I'm him. Because what he did is what I'm trying to do now with my people. Hmm. I know everybody out here ain't necessarily from that background or don't know too much about Hoover. But those who do could pretty much understand that trying to do what Hoover was doing. He trying to provide, a mental stability that I gained, you feel me, by way of him from, different things that he seen was missing in the home. I don't know about none of y'all. If you was to read some of the literature this man passed down, it was stuff that my mother would teach me. You know what I'm saying? Different ways of the world that she would also forewarn me about too. So it's one of those things, family. We really, really gotta watch our quick judgments, our rush to judgments. You feel me? Like I said, I'm right there with y'all. Shit, Kanye tripping, Kanye tripping. And I'm not saying everything Kanye said was right. And we gotta follow Kanye. No, that's that savior mentality. Looking for somebody to tell you some shit you supposed to be figuring out for yourself. Everybody got a part to play in this shit. That might playing his part. What part do you play in this shit? Or are you just gonna sit back and keep analyzing everybody else who making moves? But like I said, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Suave, I just wanted to, go over that just a little bit. I don't know if you want to touch on that Kanye before I go into this Trump and T.I. situation.
Yeah, what's up, bro? I appreciate you having me. Shout out to the chat and everybody who listening now and in the future. Oh man,
Oh man,
I don't want to fuck Kanye, man. I don't know. That may be a temporary thing, but I just see who
that
he allowed
nigga.
to fuck
All
with
right,
him.
we go move past that.
Yeah,
This
man.
nigga. You gotta be balanced though. You feel me? Fuck it. I let you feel
Shout
how
out
you
to him,
feel.
man. I wish him
Like
the
I
best,
was
man.
listening to
I
you
hope him the
earlier.
best, but
Are
yeah.
how you feeling about basically the Me Too movement? Seem like they finna try to ban Ti for his artistry in his recent video that depicted, the president's wife basically desiring him.
Man, I think it's art. I think once you're a public figure, especially at that level, you open for more than just scrutiny. You also open for people. It's not a problem when you're a sex symbol to people who you want to be a sex symbol to.
Mm-hmm.
But then T.I. put you in the video and I didn't see nothing too, out of pocket. And this ain't the first time that, a woman is being, played out. Plenty of people had women in that video that was similar, meant to resemble or play on the fact that they look like certain women. So yeah, I think this once again just, Trump flexing his power. Just show that, ain't nothing too petty for him to put on the presidential agenda. So I mean, they need to just leave it alone, man. It's a video, it'll be gone. They're making a bigger deal out of it than it will be in the first place. Shout out to T.I., man, and his artistic expressions.
Man, I always felt like I've been sitting back watching Ti, grow as a person. You feel me? And I'm always for people finding themselves, people finding their voice. You feel me? What they passionate about. So I'm definitely feeling the grown up Ti. I know a lot of people be like, we want the trap back jumping, but I'm feeling the direction Ti going at this point. Um, I want to detour from there to the topic we was talking about as far as the brother driving from Florida all the way to Chicago to address, I'm saying, some ex business. You feel me? So his ex done got with a new dude. He run down on Buddy, cash straight shouted, then drive off like ain't shit happened to a whole nother state. Like, boy, what the fuck, my nigga? Possess a nigga to chop off another man's dick. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. I didn't hear about that till you told me about it, man. That's damn, that's crazy as hell, man. But that
don't
just
get me
shows, man,
wrong.
that shows a lot of things, man. The mental state of people,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how we base our relationships, how we form our relationships, the importance of a man to a woman and vice versa. The
You
respect
feel
that
me?
when you dealing with these situations, like dudes, I see too many men glorifying the fact that they with another dude's girl. That's a
Oh,
sickness, man. That's a
talk
perversion.
about
Yeah.
this shit.
You don't even want the girl that you got, but you want to flex with another dude, girl. And it just
It's
be able to
sick,
put yourself in other people's shoes. Yeah, like give shit time, keep shit out of people's face. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the mental stability of this young man is, but it don't seem too goddamn sturdy if he went on to drive all the way to Florida to the Midwest. I'm sure he could have used that, energy towards something more prosperous. Like that's crazy. And then you cut another
You
man,
feel me?
they gonna hit his ass though.
It's
He
so
definitely gonna get hit.
it's like you said, no, we overlook how shit can, get perverted real fast. Like when you start, throwing shit up in a nigga face, you feel me? And we already living within a culture that won't allow us to properly practice the culture that we come. We have to assimilate. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. When you think about that shit, to turn around and add insult to injury, and turn around, and rub in a man's face or a woman's face, how you know what I'm saying, you with they ex, or like you said, not giving shit time to heal, and you know what I'm saying, let shit adjust. Because a lot of times people don't take that shit into account. Like, it's other people involved in this situation that's gonna have some kind of feelings about it. So, how would I feel if it was me? You know what I'm saying? And that'll usually give you your way to deal with it. That'll keep you in a place where you ain't disrespecting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And on the other end of the spectrum, be able to take people knows, man. People don't want to be with you no more if you really
Straight
care.
up.
If you really care about them, you want them to be happy, even if they with somebody else. Because the whole point of it was their happiness. And don't
You
think that
feel me?
they're gonna be able to play you and just move on and life is gonna be sweet for them. No. But that shouldn't be your focus to make sure that they go through something bad. But just know that you do get back from the universe what you put out there. You know. And that's
You
just
definitely get back what you put out there.
yeah, it's not the end of the world when somebody leaves you. Better yourself and keep going, man.
What up, fam?
Keep going. But be able to take people knows, man. I be seeing too many dudes, man, crying and all type of stuff. And I know in your immature, in your younger years, I ain't gonna say immature, in your younger years, we kind of forced to take on a lot more than what we ready for, being in stable relationships, possibly a stepfather or a father and stuff like that. But our social circle is so important to us. And a lot of us don't have that attention from our mother and our father. And so we, look for it in other individuals. And when that person fails you, it's stressful. But concentrate on yourself, man. If you want to have the best spouse in the world, be the best you could be. That's it. Make sure that they get the best you that you can get them. And I guarantee you won't end up in circles like this where people are making irrational decisions. But yeah, be strong, man. All the women and the men out there that feel like they life has come tumbling down because somebody left them, man. Just know they just, freed you up. Do your thing.
Right. That once again, go into, how a lot of us get caught up on that, that savior complex. Like, oh yeah, this the one girl. Or hey bro, this the one, you feel me? And a lot of times, we take that this the one and it goes into a place of, all right, this the one gonna get me out this rut. I ain't gotta do this self work for myself no more. I got a person that's gonna accept all my faults. You feel me? Like, and sometimes, you might be giving as much as you can at that moment, but it still don't change the fact a lot of us got to deal with the fact we got a lot of inner work to do. And you can't expect nobody to put up with your shit, let alone don't think nobody here to save your ass. You feel me? Like, it ain't about that. And I think that's when the perversion begins to happen because the perverted perception on what people are here to do for you. You know what I'm saying? And if people owe you stuff, like don't nobody owe you nothing. But the one thing you do owe yourself is to spend time with yourself and make sure that you doing a lot of self-reflecting. Check your motherfucking self so don't nobody else got to. Straight up and down, family. Like, this ain't me telling you something I don't do. I ain't gonna tell you nothing I would not do or nothing I'm not currently practicing. I religiously check myself. Don't get too caught up in checking yourself that you forget to live. Don't get it twisted. What up, Scorp though? You in this
What it is,
thing?
fam? What it is,
What's
my
up, bro?
brother? How's it going?
You got it.
Man, gravy, baby. Hey, dirty, man, I got the money.
What's
Don't
the
you
topic of
worry.
discussion tonight, my brother?
Yeah. Man, we just building, bro. We was
Fine.
talking about, of
Current
course,
events. Yeah.
what do you say?
Current events. That's all.
uh, yeah,
Right,
you know.
We
right
just
on.
We
Let's
just,
about what's new, what's fresh in the streets. That's all. What you on, bro? You got to turn yourself in.
uh, I'm already on the slave ship, man. I'm already on the plantation. I just walked off that bitch for a minute.
No,
I
that's
take a
what's
mm,
tour.
up,
They can
man.
take a tour of that. You hear me?
I
you
appreciate
heard
you
me?
coming through. Real talk, man.
You heard me? Shit, we ain't doing nothing but chopping it up for the peoples, you know what I'm saying? Building with bro on, like, we was talking about, well, bro, bro, like, fuck that, nigga. But I was just like, re-looking at the Kanye shit. Not to say I'm like, oh yeah, Kanye is the savior. We dealing with the the conversation of like, what would you do if you had 10 minutes to talk to the people that you feel like control your life as well as dictate some of the, you know what I mean, the ways shit, your everyday life. So to me, the people that essentially control your life, like what would you say within those 10 minutes? And would you be composed enough to even get out half of the shit that you feel like is important? Um,
I want to.
I,
Let's get your insight.
Go
All
ahead.
right. In my honest opinion, and this is just my humble opinion, um, I wouldn't feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, in that environment unless I had a group with me, like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to do that alone because I don't feel as though I have the right to speak on behalf of the people by myself. You feel me? I'd want there to be like a somewhat of a conglomerate so that when we speak, it's in one voice. It will be in unison, as opposed to me just spewing what I think, or maybe even my agenda, my own personal agenda, which isn't fair to the people. So if I had those 10 minutes, I'd want those 10 minutes to be well spent. So I'd want to at least have my brothers and sisters with me, so that we can come in unison in one voice, and then speak to those who at this moment we at this moment they got control over what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So in that respect, that's the only way I could see it. And what I would say, I don't even know if I could be composed by myself. I'd have to be with my brothers and sisters, because to be honest, there's a lot that I feel, and I know there's a lot that everybody else feel. I'd rather us be on one accord when we speak than just me going off on a tangent, because if it's just me by myself, they might can try to compromise me. They might try to give me offers, you know what I'm saying, to take my mind away from the goal if it's just me by myself. So I would rather not even be put in that type of position, because
Or even
that's a
taint
lot of
your message no matter what you say, how you say it.
yeah. And see, and again, if especially if I'm alone, who's backing me then? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's there to say, okay, no, that's not what that brother meant. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would much rather it be with my brothers and sisters
Hey, you want to
than by my
know what Jim Brown said?
what?
Like Trump, like while Kanye was talking, Trump said something to Jim Brown to the nature, like, what you think about that? Like, trying to, basically see if Kanye tripping, or you know what I'm saying, is this the consensus of the people?
Right.
Jim Brown was basically just like, man, did you hear what that young brother said? He just spoke from his spirit right there. I was like, whoa. So it's like all the stuff we thinking. It's like, a lot of people are weighing in on it to a point that it's like, bro, you can't overlook it. Want to send a shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, though? Kid Foe. I see we finally got Mr. T Duck in the building. We got my
What's up,
guy,
bro?
True Form up in this thing. Up
True.
in that thing, up in that thing, faithfully. We appreciate you,
Man,
fam.
I'm rocking with you, man. This nigga said, like in all respect, Larry Hoover, man, but that is
Hold on 1 second. You know I can't leave out suicide.
suing the building H29.
You better know that.
Yeah, man. That can't be first on your plate, man. You know
What,
what
Hoover?
I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, who you got on your plate then?
First of
We
all,
finna get to the meat. Who
he
you
should
got
have
on your plate?
he should have brought somebody who been in this shit. When he was wanting to design shoes and buildings and he was making beats and trying to catch up with Kim Kardashian, the person who was knee deep in this shit. That's who should have been speaking. Second of all, fuck with the president flying in. That's not your job neither. You know
But
what
is
I'm
that
saying?
not an African concept? Did we not make sure, you know what I'm saying, the people that represented us, shit, nigga, they took all the best shit from the village, even if they didn't necessarily own that shit. We put it on that nigga that day.
Yeah, but that's not what this is. That's not
I
what this.
understand that's not what it is, but we also got to recognize a lot of our people are like they not woke. The difference between being like you already been awake for a minute, like you been up 3 hours before everybody else, then they just wake up. You being awake is totally different than just niggas just woke up. You feel me?
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, like, we seeing signs of this nigga waking up, like watching somebody sleep, and you can tell when they about to wake up. Like this nigga saying some shit. He might not be able to put it all together, but bruh,
Well,
at
like I
the
said,
end of the day,
I can't stop Kanye move. My
yeah, I
opinion.
mean, I'm just saying, like, if it's more on the plate, we, you know what I'm saying, we need to bring that food to the table. You know what I'm saying? But just
Yeah.
let's just deal with what he brought to the table. It's like
Okay, well, what he
shit.
brought to the table, I appreciate. I would love to see Larry Hoover let out before he passed.
And people like him because
Uh,
to me, that's what I think would happen.
yeah, people like him, but specifically speaking, sure, get Hoover out of there, but don't act like you just solved the black problem. That's some shit you could have tweeted.
Ah
And I
man,
want to add something to
that's a
that,
myth
brothers.
though. To me though, go ahead, score.
The last president that we had, Barack Obama, before the brother left, he released a lot of brothers and sisters
Mm.
that was
Yeah,
in drug trafficking
political
in
prisoners and shit.
Violent
many
crimes.
different reasons. Yeah, yeah. And what struck out to me was that, you know what I'm saying, that was his last strike. You know what I'm saying? That was his last move as a president. You know what I'm saying? To like start, exonerating people, or at least getting their cases reheard to
And I
get
felt like
something
that's
done.
why he was bringing it up too, though. Like it's around that time, man.
Yeah.
To where it's like shit when they start considering that shit, nigga, let me throw my nigga name in here. And him coming from Chicago, it makes sense. It's like, who else he gonna say?
But
Except,
something.
Brother Ford. You know what I'm saying? But is he still
Bush did the
alive?
same shit. It's all the presidents. When you go backwards, all the presidents do that at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like to win points. Clinton did the same shit, just to kind of win points. Cause like where did Clinton move to when he was done? Nigga moved to Harlem.
Right.
Bitch, you got to be cool with niggas in
So,
order to move to Harlem and be a president,
They
ex-president. Because niggas don't see that
right.
shit, they'll still do you dirty. They'll still rob you. You know what I'm saying? So there had to be certain measures that they put in place to make sure that not only they're still good amongst the people, that they can still walk amongst the people and there be no problems from all of their other
Right.
decisions they made while they were in office. In
I
my
mean, we would
opinion.
like to think that shit. Yeah, I feel you. We would like to think that motherfuckers do that shit, but let's be real. Like
But
we
I'm
gonna
not
get
saying
back
they're
to
doing it
this.
to help us. I ain't saying they're
We
doing it to help us. That's for
No,
their
I'm
own
talking
personal.
about dealing with the name that you brought up, Clinton. Like, them niggas came out with the super predator shit.
Yeah,
And like, you
exactly.
know,
Say,
a nigga
man.
wasn't hip to it when they first came out with the shit. We just like super predators. It take a nigga about 3-4 years to be hip to the shit. The nigga well out of office. And you know what I'm saying? We already done called him the first black president and all kind of fuck shit.
we ain't
You
calling
feel
that.
me?
We don't run the Times
Bro, it
magazine.
was enough niggas to say it and not
We
say we didn't at the
after
time when
yeah,
they
yeah.
said that shit.
If you study the past, you can predict the future. Every president has super thugs,
But I'm just saying, like that was
the
the
war on
theme
drugs.
for Bill, bro.
I
Like, be
know.
real.
The war on drugs, the super thugs,
Hell yeah.
the black identity extreme. Every president hoards a bunch of niggas in jail and lets a bunch of niggas out that a previous president hoarded in the jail. It's their
Yeah.
job. They know what they doing. They got they
So
pattern.
can we say all our brothers and sisters behind the wall is political prisoners? If that's the case, because it sounds like
Yeah.
it's some political moves being
Yeah.
made every
Hell
fucking
yeah.
time.
We are occupied by fucking foreigners. You goddamn right. Everybody behind the bars right now that look like me and you, they're political
Mm-hmm.
prisoners. They're prisoners of war. This ain't no.
Well,
They
Even the ones that ain't,
went
cause
on
they
this.
part of the pawns and shit.
Yeah.
when
This is
you
a
can
game
see
set up they ain't even know about. You know what I'm saying?
when you can
Mm-hmm.
see certain families getting rich off of one act, and then less than 100 years later, you're getting 100 years for that same act. There's something
Hey,
wrong
is
with
y'all gonna be surprised if Trump win 2020 though?
it. No, I
No,
knew he
This
was
from my
gonna win
brother Truth.
2016.
brother,
I knew he was gonna
brother. He got electoral votes. That meant
Man, hold the fuck up.
fuck other humans' votes. We want to vote for this. That's what happened. So
Hold the
that let
fuck
us
up.
know that your vote. I'm not saying that our yeah. Actually, I am saying that our votes don't count. They really don't because
No,
when you look
I
at
ain't
it,
got that far yet. I ain't got that far. I'm saying you really think motherfuckers gonna sit here and watch this shit? Like real talk, bro. This
yeah.
nigga got indictments and everything. You think nigga, as soon as this motherfucking shit ain't up, they ain't gonna just cuff? Like, nigga, you crazy.
well,
Yes.
Like
yeah.
this
Once
Me
they
Too
done with
shit
it,
crazy right now, bro.
Once they done with the puppet, they gonna throw it. They gonna just like every other puppet, bro. Once they
You
done,
feel
just like
me?
a condom. Once they
But I'm
done
talking
using it,
about
they
deeper
gonna
than
toss
that.
it.
I'm talking about the feminine energy, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like, nigga, that's what got Bill the fuck up out of here. Fuck you, me. That feminine energy backed by the black queens, which back and front when you really think about it. But anyway, like they this shit on the other side, and then include our women. Like, yeah, they trying to do this to all women. You feel me? But then when they get to the sisters, that shit start getting traction. Like them white girls was coming out saying all that shit. Where about like, all right, them white bitches lying. Then that black girl came out and said that shit. Hold on, Bill might have did that shit. How many bitches is it? So with that being said, really, like when you talking about dealing with the black problem, let's they gonna get a motherfucking relationship coach straight from the motherland dealing with the principles of a African relationship, bro. No, we'll never deal with the black problem because the black problem started in the house when you got pissed off at the shit that was going on in your house, and then you went outside and started some shit, or somebody said the wrong shit to you, and it was on. So it's like when you talk about dealing with the black problem, it's a little deeper than the motherfucking president. The president can't do shit for the black problem. It can affect it. To deal with our problem, distract us from our problems. You know, we busy being distracted around this bitch. And to me, I feel like real talk, man. I don't know about everybody else, but nigga, it felt like it felt like Reaganomics again. You feel me? Like I don't give a fuck about all that prejudice shit, cause motherfucker want to do that shit to my face. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, I know how to physically, intellectually deal with your motherfucking ass. But I'm saying all that to say, man, the money crazy right now. Like it's money being like we balling out this bitch again. You feel me? And I feel like that shit is from the jobs all the way to the streets. Like niggas just out here really. I ain't saying the president did that shit, but I'm saying motherfuckers is focused on the come up right now. And if niggas is focused on anything else, you missing the come up. Motherfuckers is setting up resources like a motherfucker, snatching them up. It's always going on, but I'm noticing it more since Trump been in office. His regime been doing their thing, whether that's in your state with your local officials, you feel me? Shit, it's a change fucking going on, bro. And it might be an old change, like we know, ain't nothing new. And that's why I said Reaganomics type of shit. Like, niggas out here really getting it in right now. The motherfucking weed nigga margins is higher than the dope margins was.
I'm gonna
Like,
say
fuck
it.
is you talking about?
Been the time we ain't been getting it in. We got Rick Ross,
Bruh,
Larry.
I know we been getting it in, but I'm
I
saying
know
niggas is
these brothers
getting
hundreds of millions of dollars
it's a whole nother wave though,
in
bro.
broad
Nigga,
daylight.
Harry
Yeah,
went back
and
on
at
the
the
scene. It's a new. I mean, it's a. I say it's like I said, it's a revitalization of something. That's why I mentioned the Reaganomics. Like, yeah, it's been going on, but bro, I'm seeing a whole new cycle come around. Like, damn, hold on, niggas been getting it, but not like this, bro. Like, it's regular niggas eating like motherfucking kingpins was eating in 2008, early 2000, late 90s, bro. Like average niggas. Bruh, I ain't talking about no whole traps or none of that shit. Niggas just got the phone and probably 10 snaps. Cause like I said, that margin so fucking crazy. To the point it's like, whoa,
I
what
mean,
the
we've been
fuck
pushed
is
that
going
hustle
on
culture.
here?
We've been pushed
Mm-hmm.
we've been pushed that hustle culture.
Come
And just
on now.
you listen to the T.I. album. T.I.'s whole point is glorifying the dope boy. You know what I'm saying? I started from here and I went to this.
Not necessarily glorifying it, telling the story
Glorifying it.
of it.
I'm not gonna put sugar on shit. I appreciate
Nah,
his music. I appreciate his music. I'm
I
not
ain't
that
gonna
big
let
to
you do
say
that.
that I've been caught up in other people glorifying shit. When I construct my music, I don't do it. But the energy is undeniable because I come from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the yin
That's
and the
what
yang.
I'm saying. When you come from that shit, what else you gonna talk about? It's not necessarily glorifying it, but
Yeah,
it's
I
your
mean he different
experience.
than Jeezy. See, Jeezy don't talk about shit else. See, T.I. teach you something. You see what I'm
Showing the
saying? So
growth,
it
being
is
a
levels to this shit.
parent, you feel me?
Yeah, it is level
Getting
set.
away from that shit, but still having that dope boy swag or mentality about how you go about your
Well, I
deals.
don't condone no selling of no hard drugs. Only drug that I condone is marijuana. And
Oh,
I
be
think,
for real. We ain't none of us condoning or promoting that shit. You know, the
yeah,
majority of us that came from that shit, we were born in that shit. Nigga didn't even know that shit was wrong until we got locked up. You feel me? Like I don't know about everybody else era, but
no,
that's the
I knew it was
background. We
wrong. I knew it was dead wrong. It just my life
nah,
got
we
to the
didn't know that
point
shit
where
was
I was
wrong.
like, it's worth it. Like, fuck it. I was
I
ready to.
mean, you know, you a little bit, you know what I'm saying, wiser than me too though. You know, me being I was a kid when that shit was hitting, you feel me? We ain't know till niggas start getting locked up. We like, ah shit, damn, the white people the one asking us for it. How the fuck we gonna get in trouble? You feel
Yeah,
me? Like we was still kids. Niggas didn't have no concept of going to jail
yeah,
other
yeah.
than grown-ups go.
And it wasn't nothing. When dudes win, it wasn't nothing. What we didn't see is them 30, 40 years get handed out. I
Oh
just
yeah,
seen niggas
niggas wasn't
get
getting
caught with
that
packs and bags and shit. You know what I'm saying? But when
unless
niggas
they
start
caught a
getting,
few bodies.
yeah, but the niggas start getting 88 years and shit like that. But I actually seen it, man, being 12, 13, 14, and
Right,
then
right.
crack. And then 15, 16, 17 is like you just outside and like you can't help but make $100. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen that shit
Mm-hmm.
one day. We was just chilling in the hood, and then like it just flipped. The whole hood flipped, and it looked like it, man. We told our neighborhood that ain't nothing standing over there. So many houses,
Mm-hmm.
and so many gaps. You know what I'm saying on each block, man. But like I said, man,
Dang. And I
it,
know y'all not going like this shit, but you know, T.I. turned this old trap house into a museum.
that's what's up. That's entrepreneurship. Shit, that's
You
glorifying
feel
your
me?
culture.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
You
saying.
think you
Sometimes
think I'm
you
gonna be
gotta
selling?
take,
Look at how many white people they got in the museum. All the people rob stage coaches and bust themselves out of jail. This,
come
that, and that.
on, bro.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on, bro. You can't
Shit.
be ashamed of how you came up, you feel me? Like, then that's the thing. Like, we go through the same shit as other motherfuckers, but they make us feel ashamed of how we came up. These motherfuckers selling dope right now legally. Like seriously, it is only legal because they say it is. You feel me? Like let's quit playing games. They gonna recall this shit in 2 more months, and they already recalled some of this shit, and they still selling it. So it's like at the
They
end
got
of the
us
day,
selling it
I
for
don't
'em.
I
Rick
don't
Ross
play the
was selling
morality
Reagan's
game
dope,
when it
man.
come to
Rick
my
Ross
people.
wasn't selling his dope. He was selling Reagan's dope.
If we,
Like
right.
selling that shit on both sides, man. Changing it to the chemical, to the pill, having the straight coming from the boat. Like, man,
Momo, where
that's
are
their
you?
culture,
Come
man.
on
And
up.
they've been allowed to monopolize on that and create legal industries. And our brothers should be able to create the same. And they need to step in and interject. Like, look, I see y'all on y'all way to getting locked up. I'm gonna teach you how to, you know what I'm saying, build like what you really want to do. Man, they could fix, like I said, they could fix the problem in 30 days, man. All they gotta do is write an executive order, an emergency order, recognizing black people as a separate entity and give us our own motherfucking land, substantiate some type of economic flow, let them be able to keep they, you know what I'm saying, jobs and shit like that as they integrate into their own nation, but give us dual citizenship. They know what to do. Every other country has done it more than once. More than once. They know what they could do, man. They know what's up. They trying to drown us out, get as many of us as they can on the African American side. As many of us on the let's we want slaves. They not the slave owners. We not the slave. You need to let it go. Let's forget it. And then eradicate us. Simply write us out the history books. Just move on. Keep just acting like we're not here. We get pushed in the jails and we're not accepted by the you know, high society. And if we do slip through, there's only so far you could go because all the connections they hold the key to. You're not getting in. Tyler Perry can't put you on shit. Shit. He could put you in a motherfucking movie. He cannot put you in his position to hide. Uh, yeah, man. I really can't go with it, man. Like I said, I think the laws need to be changed. I think some type of system need to be implemented to get the dope out the hood, just like y'all put the dope in the hood. Get that shit out, but give black men a way to sustain themselves and be able to be the head of a household like they supposed to be and gain the trust and honor and respect that our women back. That's it. for us to be able to make it secure for our women and the kids that we choose to bring in this world. That shit not hard, man. They didn't did it. They didn't did it. They got the blueprint.
And it's like with them keep selling and saturating the industry with this Bonnie and Clyde story or this selling dope story, you feel me? It's like you selling that shit to these kids like bubblegum. At this point, it's a motherfucking game to try to do that shit and get away with it. Cause you keep showing the motherfuckers who did it or so-called got away with it and you made a movie about them, even if they got caught, you feel me? So it's like it's to the point when you showing that shit to a child, you feel me? They don't know how to separate. Oh, okay, well, shit. Even though it's bad, da 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 da. Like you were saying, the laws need to be changed because the more they keep on playing these games with these laws, it's making it a game for people. Like shit. For one, you stopping me from getting the things that I need to begin with. So for you to turn around and make a law against me surviving, shit, you got me fucked up if you think I'm not gonna do what I gotta do, and you not gonna give me the means to do it. You feel me? So of course I'm gonna have to cut some corners. You feel me? And then if you gonna be sit there in front of me, so called big brother, and be doing the same shit, you think I ain't gonna know how to do it?
But you see, they was trying to start the death penalty for drug convictions. Like that shit crazy. Cause they see
Right. After this man just
look
came
like
out with
he
that
in the
lean
league. He
shit.
still gonna go out there and hustle. He gonna take that risk, man.
What about the dude who came out with the little opioids and shit, and then turned around and came out with a patent how to get off? Like, oh, y'all gonna get that nigga the death penalty? The fuck? This
Hell
nigga
no.
intentionally strung out plenty of motherfuckers, bruh. You feel me? But under the legal guise, you feel me, of it being okay, so he was able to actually do it. Like this nigga was backed by the government. You feel me? Basically. And all the while they locking up brothers like Rakim Belagoon for teaching people how to protect their motherfucking self. Or at least how to use the motherfucking guns they buying anyway.
For knowing his rights, upholding the Constitution. Shit.
Shit
Same
so
thing.
crazy.
I ain't even do that damn homework.
You
They
feel
just
me?
whole man life up. That's crazy.
And when you have a good one, and when you see shit like that, it take you to a point you gotta recognize that this shit is like we was just talking about politics. Like it's not. Oh, if your morale is at a certain level, you'll never go to jail. Like if you're a moral person, you feel me? Like man, there's so many moral ass motherfuckers locked up right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really did much of shit other than cross the street when a motherfucker said you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, okay. We're gonna
Oh,
lock
yeah,
you
I
up.
vouch for that. It's some niggas in prison right now that ain't got no business being in there.
You feel me? Niggas with $100 bonds, but don't know nobody outside. Half of their family dead, or the majority of their family dead. So I don't know nobody outside that can bond their ass out. You like nigga, that shit crazy, bro. Like it take you to that point. It's like nigga, fuck what's legal and what ain't. Nigga, slavery is legal at this point. Like, and it's in the same places we talking about that they putting these brothers away at. That's what the slavery is. So of course they'll lock a nigga up for nothing. Nigga, this slavery. This ain't about if you did wrong. You gonna do right by me though. You gonna do this motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna sell the public this public opinion of shit. He did something wrong. Shit ain't no different than when they was hanging niggas. Oh yeah, we gotta take your uncle because your uncle looked at a white lady. Like man, fuck out of here with that shit. Probably thought that bitch was ugly. Like the fuck? You ain't even asking why he was looking at her ass. Fuck you mean? Like ain't like we sit around and see at this point in time we sit around and see white people all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the Emmett Till shit. Like these motherfuckers was coming in contact with white people all the time, especially a young child growing up in these times. I think
That's the
about even
same
my
thing with that
childhood. Feel
bitch
me?
I just thought of that shit. The bitch at the grocery store said the little boy
Right.
touched her butt. That's
Mm-hmm.
2018 Emmett Till right there.
Come on, bro. Come
That little
on.
boy would have been
It
dead
was
soon.
almost, yup. If that nigga mama did not step up, you feel me? The people around did not step up and be like, man, you full of shit,
Now,
lady.
if that videotape wasn't being recorded, that's the only thing saved. Them people stepping around in that mama. If it was back in that day,
Yes, ma'am.
That wouldn't have mattered. They'd have had that boy, man. She called the police and everything. So she basically called the lynch mob and said that boy tried to rape her. They'd have imitated that boy. That's
She sure
crazy.
tried to call for the
Now,
lynch
why the
mob.
news ain't make that correlation?
Man, come on now. Just like that's why I was like, man, hold on, we gotta reevaluate this Kanye shit because, bro, if you go look at all the news outlets, bro, they saying worse shit than like even shit you talking. Like you done said, you feel me? Like we all done disagreed. I done disagreed with them. You feel me? They done said worse shit. It is to the point like they doing that nigga just like they did Trump. Like, yeah, nigga, we know he done said some crazy shit. But nigga, honestly, that nigga was trying to squeeze a whole bunch of his motherfucking shit in at once. Yeah, we know a lot of his motherfucking reasoning may be aimed at the wrong direction, but nigga, the intentions is not off. So when you think about that shit and how they spin shit, when it's really something a nigga should be paying attention to, when they say it's that bullshit, we might should relook at that shit. Because if he was saying something that was really that bullshit for black people, you know what I'm saying? They would be like, man, oh yeah, look at them. See, this like they even said some shit like this what happened when niggas don't read, bro. Like, man, fuck you mean like nigga, it's one thing, bro. It could be true, it could be all that shit, but when another group says something about another group, it's always no nigga, you can't go over I can't go over Scorpio house and say some shit about his mama. Even I don't care how cool we is. He can say all he want to say about his disagreement with his mama. But I can't turn around and be like, your mama ain't shit, da 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 da. Just go in on her ass. And it's the same thing when a different ethnicity group say some shit about another ethnicity group, as though like, nigga, you really live in their shoes, nigga, you don't know. It's only from your point of view and leave it at that. But that's a skewed point of view when you ain't them motherfuckers. So when you think about that shit, I be looking at like, man, hold on. For these motherfuckers to say this what happened when black people don't read, like it sound like he done been reading a whole bunch of shit for that nigga to be saying some of the shit he was saying. And we just dealing with the Larry Hoover shit. We not dealing with like I said that. Just dealing with the concept of alternate universes, my nigga. Like everybody be talking about they deep. But nigga, that's not some simple ass shit for a nigga to just grasp enough to be like, nigga, I'm confident enough. I'm gonna say this in front of the president. You feel me, nigga? That nigga knew what the fuck he was talking about, bro. As much as some people like don't know what you talking about sometime and they just write off what you said. Oh, that nigga crazy. Like, we need to check and make sure we ain't just writing off what that nigga said because we don't get that shit. And what was the purpose? Cause it's easy to just be like, man, fuck what that nigga talking about. Like I heard plenty of people say that shit about T.I. when T.I. started, coming out speaking up for the people and shit. And the niggas like, man, how the fuck he gonna say something? He so dope, da 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 da. Nigga, if that's the case, can't none of us say shit, cause we all done did something against somebody that looked like us. Whether it was intentional or shit, unintentional, cause a motherfucker was finna kill you. It's just one of those things that happen. So you can't sit here and be like, oh, cause a nigga ever tripped and fell, he ain't gonna never be able to walk up straight. Like, man, when a nigga doing right, fuck with a nigga, bro. Fuck with me, just like you was talking shit when I was doing fuck shit. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be sitting back critiquing the fuck out of me after the fact when it's like shit. Anybody can do that shit. But when the pressure on, can we honestly say we would have got our half of the shit this nigga said? Whether we think, you know what I'm saying, that shit was out base or not. Like, I felt like shit, trying to squeeze all of that shit in 10 minutes, that's why it sounded a little bit discombobulated. But he felt like all that shit was important, so shit, he was gonna figure out a way to do that shit. I could be biased, being a Gemini, being able to, you know what I'm saying, isolate no matter what the other sign is. I can put myself in other people's shoes. But also being a Gemini, I think about a lot of shit at once, and I'm trying to cover all of that shit. So I can see when a nigga skewing off to the left, but I can still follow him because I'm the type of person can see possibilities or I go off of perceptions of others. You feel me? So that being said, I definitely fuck with the nigga. He trying to do something. I fuck with any of y'all out here trying to do something. Now I might, if he asked me, hey bro, what more could I say? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, shit, bro, you did your motherfucking thing. You spoke from your heart. You feel me? You said what you had to say. Now, shit, if he asked me, I might have more to say, but that ain't for Kanye to speak. You know what I'm saying? I can't, Suave can't speak for me. I can't speak to Suave. Scorpio can't speak for me. I can't speak for Scorpio. We can't speak for each other. But we can do is speak our own piece, you feel me? And us as black people recognize this shit, nigga. You got somebody in your family sound just like Kanye. You feel me? And that don't mean no harm. They don't mean nobody no motherfucking harm. If anything, when a nigga speaking this passionately, like this is shit, this might be one of the brightest moments in his life. I don't care how much you love his music. But shit, when a nigga really trying to speak up for the people and be like, man, look, this is what I think could help our people. He might be wrong, but shit, the nigga put some thought into it, man. How many motherfuckers giving a fuck enough to think about the whole and be like, shit, nigga, I'm gonna go tell the president this. I think this could help us. Or and reason why it matters, president, because let's be real, these motherfuckers represent the face of the people who making decisions on your life every fucking day. Whether the shit work or not, nigga, the shit, you feel the influence. It's just like the motherfucking devil. The nigga can tempt you so much so to the point you think that's the real world. You be like, shit, I ain't got no choice but to do this shit. You do got choices, but let's be real. A lot of us don't understand the choices that are available to us. So, with that being said, living in America, having laws and a government to kind of mandate what we do around here, we got to be real with ourselves and recognize even if we make the right choices to free ourselves and still, be able to exist around and inside this matrix, we still got other family members who got to deal with that shit. So, with that being said, it's something for us to pay attention to because we directly affected. Something happen to somebody you love because they buying into this shit. You feel me? You still got to know how to address them and know what they going through versus just, being oblivious to it and like, shit, I don't give a fuck what this nigga talking about. Man, bro, you tripping. You still worrying about, look, bro. Got to reach people where the fuck they at. And we said by any means necessary. So one of the main means of reaching people is reaching, you know what I'm saying, coming down to what they level or rising up to their level. Be that as it may, we all got a part to play in this shit. Main part is you being you, motherfucker, and being a better you every day. That's gonna take you going inside, spending a lot of motherfucking quality time and self-reflection time with yourself. And I feel like shit that man did that shit, I feel like he could have definitely consulted some elders, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta be real. A lot of times that shit ain't available to us. I don't know how many elders probably would have tried to talk to him. Like given all the shit that's done been said about Kanye and given the life that he already lived from other people's opinion. I don't think too many people would have told him shit anyway. I think he tried to research and do as much of 2008 style researching as people know about. You know, they don't really know about the hard nights in the library, scouring for information that you probably won't find in a public library. You know what I'm saying? Only can find an archive somewhere. You feel me? So that's because we come from a different time when that was the only way to study or research. Whereas nowadays, motherfuckers just get on their phone and they can deal with the first responses that come back to them on Google. So that being said, don't mean they don't have information, but Google has kind of simplified the process. Um, y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on as far as the Ti and Trump wife shit? Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this a shorter show than normal. You feel me? Cause we know we usually go about 3-4. But I'm gonna try to, try to make the videos a little more concise going
Supposed to be a
forward.
debate tonight too.
What you
But
say now?
so there's supposed to be a debate tonight too. But yeah, I already
Oh
spoke,
yeah.
man. Like I said, man, they just need to respect that art and quit trying to make everything political. Quit trying to flex the
Right.
muscle. That's all. It's a music video.
Right. They trying to get that nigga fucked over like they did Jamel Hill. They got her ass fired from ESPN nigga for talking about Trump. Fired. You gotta get it. She tried to kiss their ass and talk about black alpha males was the new white man. After that shit, tried to kiss their ass. That shit didn't work. Still fired up. Because she really took a shot at the black man and the white man at the same time. She didn't even know that shit. 'Cause she was just like, black men is just as bad for black families as white men used to be. I'm like, whoa, kind of shit. You let that come out your mouth? Even if you thought that shit.
She didn't insult the white man. She just said what they already know. She
I
insulted the
mean,
black.
yeah. They
Yeah.
don't like being reminded they white. They don't want to hear that
No,
shit.
but they it's some of them that love flexing their power. They like, so what? And then there's some of them like, man, chill out, man. You know you blowing up the spot. You
Right, we
know.
watching sports right now. We not trying to be thinking about that. Because if we gotta think about we white, we gotta think about how shit these niggas dogging us on the football field. It's gotta be just about football. You know what I'm saying? Everybody equal out here, so to speak. All right. Because people don't talk about how shit. A lot of times these players be getting dogged by some of these white athletes, and don't nobody put that shit in the media. Like, dog, you feel me? Hayes called out their name, mistreated. You know what I'm saying? To the point, a lot of these brothers leave the league early, and you don't know. You be like, damn, what happened to such and such? Nigga done got his ass bullied out the league. You know what I'm saying? Because coach cool with the player who bullying him. You feel me? Like, a lot of these motherfucking players come from families. Like, if you notice, a lot of these players' fathers played in the league, brother play in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just no, oh yeah, you super talented, you gonna get in. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, some new family makes its way into the league. You feel me? But for the most part, it's the same gene pool coming back and forth through the NFL, through the NBA. You know what I'm saying? This is like a fraternity almost.
Yeah, it's a
Shit, we got more people in this. What's up, Lil Ray? What up, Triple Darkness? Salute. What else they talking about in here? Go ahead. What you finna say, bro?
I was like, yeah, that's an interesting point and shit. I wonder what those stats is. Because I usually see them glorify like the brother from the hood who changed his mother's life. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of these people are already disposed to it. Like, it's like they already,
Already balling.
yeah, like, no, not just that, but you know how to stay in line. You know what road.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
fucking up. Yeah.
They know athletes getting paid more. This nigga could have been anything though. You feel me? But he did that because he like shit, nigga. I got a big ass family. We been in poverty for some generations. For us to make a drastic change, I'm gonna take the highest paying shit. So that's what we watching. You know, I was definitely part of that little shit. Motherfucker used to be at practice all the motherfucking time. But I just grew to a point it was like, man, am I gonna keep on pursuing my parents' dream? Or am I gonna figure out what I really, you know what I'm saying, want to do for myself? What mark I want to leave that can inspire and influence somebody else to be a better version of themselves. So football just wasn't. It didn't curtail all of that shit to me. You feel me? Got tired of being known as like a. They would think, because you played sports, you was a dumb jock. That nigga said you would fuck around and end up like Antoine Walker at this. That nigga went broke. That nigga petty. But that money shit ain't nothing but something to make people who have bought into the system feel like they better than others who might not be faring so well within this system. This shit ain't even, like I said, it's not no morality competition. It's not about this motherfucker got better character than you. That's why they make more money than you. Because as we know, for the most part, the person that's willing to do the most exploitative. What's the word? The person that's willing to exploit themselves the most, or their family, you feel me, is usually the one that get paid the most money, no matter what light they paint their family in. So with that being said, just wanted to stop through, holler at your famo for a little quick second on this lovely day. What a time to be alive. Whatever that is. Got anything else you want to say, Scorp? Well, you done clock back in. Yeah, we be keeping it live, family. We got them. Sometimes y'all don't hear us on live. We be in the back chat like a motherfucker. We gonna try to do better about giving y'all these real time bruh conversations. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about none of y'all, but I ain't had no big brother, so a lot of times I used to hang with the older kids in the neighborhood, listen to their conversations. It do you some good to listen to some motherfuckers who done been going up and down the wood a little longer than you feel me? And now and then, you might want to stop, think about some of the shit niggas be kicking. I try not to shoot over niggas' head. Like I said, I was born short. But ever since I was born, I said I never come up short again. You feel me? So fuck what they talking about. Suave, take it on about this thing before I go in.
You already know what I'm about, man. Black Power, peace, love y'all. Thanks, appreciate y'all coming through. Shit, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Argument League. Check out Solar Vision Debate. This is a debate going down tonight. Me and the brother Goldmine on that. We trying to get the brother Scorp on that so we can, sew things up. And subscribe to Psychopathia. Check out the game night on Saturdays. All right, that's what's up. Appreciate you having me though, bro.
For sure, family. Love you as myself. Scorp, appreciate you coming through, big baby.
All the time. Yes, we do.
Gary, we got love for you, Indiana. Fuck with me. Nigga gonna come through there eventually. My bloodline run through that bitch. So I got to stop through. Touch the soil. See my big bro.
That's what's
Shout
positive.
out to your queen, you feel me? And your chillin'. We up out this thing. Salutes to Triple Darkness. Salutes to True Form. Salutes to Suicide. Salutes to Lorray. Salutes to Candy ain't in this motherfucker tonight, surprisingly. Salutes to the Candy. Salutes to Keyboard. Keyboard thugging out this bitch. I'm just playing. But who else been in this bitch tonight? We don't leave nobody out. Won't nobody talking no shit. That nigga don't fuck with me. Shout out to my little bro Mello. We ain't had him on the panel in a minute. Need to call that nigga up, see what he doing. Let's see. True Form in this bitch. I done gave you 2 shout outs, but you know I fuck with your ass. Super tough. T Duck was in this bitch, tucked in the cut. Came through. First time he done caught a nigga on live, I think. But you know, we in this bitch, y'all. We in this bitch. Like a baby. 9 months. Oh, yeah. Nigga. Oh, Ready Red finna be a dad. I mean, you know. Nigga finna have a boy, y'all. It's finna go down. And it's finna go up. So, you know they done fucked up, right? You know they done fucked up. The world ain't ready for 2 of me. But we gonna see. Can follow. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. It's been real. I'm just a young nigga from the Ville. Trying to get it how it is. I'm just trying to tell you how it is. Shout out to my mama. Vida. Vida. If you ever hear this shit. I love you, mama. Shout out to all y'all mamas out there. She did that. And we out.